Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome to you as well. My name is Jennifer, and this is my channel. So, where do I even begin with this vlog, this video for today? So currently, as I'm filming this, it is 10 p.m. and on Thursday evening. I had planned to make this video around 2 p.m. today. But then life happened and it did not happen. Life happened and it didn't happen. So if you follow me on Instagram, you have probably already seen what happened because I posted a video, a little short snippet of a video. But I will post it here as well for those of you who do not follow me on Instagram. I sat down to do my video because today's video is a "You said it, I read it" video, and I turned the camera on and this happened. See, unbagging video. Oh. Well, we are having a power surge. That's quite frightening. So now the power's out completely. That's eerie that it happened on camera. So should I stop this and wait till the lights come back on, or should I just keep going? Yeah, the power surged multiple times and then finally went out, and was out until I think it was almost 8 o'clock. And I was jonesing really bad. I don't think I've heard that word in a long time, jonesing. I was jonesing. If you're like an 80s kid or 90s kid, you probably remember that being the big word, jonesing. I was really going through it because when the power went out, my phone only had 56%, and then I kept using it, and then it got down to 39%, and then I remembered I had this little, I think it was the American Lung Association. He came to my building one time to do like a presentation, different, like the Cancer Society, the Lung Association, different organizations like that will come and give talks, and they'll bring little like pens, keychains, things like that. And the Lung Association brought this little external power charger type of thing that you can plug your device in and then it'll power it. I'd never used it before. So unfortunately, it only gave me about a 10% boost. I'm gonna have to charge it and keep it charged. So if something like this happens in the future, I'll be able to charge my phone fully again. So by the time the power did come back on, I was down to 39% again. So it was a little stressful, and you don't realize how dependent on your phone and how dependent on electricity you are until you do not have it. Then, after the power did come back on, the elevators were still down. So I was still stuck in my apartment. And I was telling a couple people, I spent a lot of years, for those of you who are familiar with my story, I spent a lot of years being a shut-in. And I was okay with that. I mean, not totally okay with that, because I always wanted to not be a shut-in. I mean, nobody is like happy with it, but because of my agoraphobia, my panic attacks, my depression, my obesity, all those things rolled into one, I was just okay with staying in my house and not leaving. But now that I'm used to leaving my apartment multiple times a day, going outside multiple times a day, going downstairs, socializing with people, doing whatever I do in the daytime, knowing that I could not do that, I was having a major anxiety attack. And this is the first major anxiety attack I've had in a long time. Luckily, everything has turned out okay, and power's back on. I called because there was actually somebody stuck downstairs in a wheelchair, a disabled guy, and he was stuck down there the whole time. And I don't think if somebody wouldn't have called maintenance to come turn the elevators back on again, because, oh, that's the other thing. So after I shut the camera off, I was sitting here and I heard this bang, 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 bang noise. And I'm like, I bet that's somebody stuck on the elevator when the power went out. So I went out and I went down to the elevator, and there's people inside screaming and pounding on the elevator door. And so I called 911, and we have a fire station that's really close to my building. But that fire department, or that fire engine, that company had went out to check on the power. I guess a tree had fallen and took a power line out. So when I did call 911, I wasn't the only one who called from the building. There was at least one other person who called. And since they had to send another company from another area of town, and we're having really bad traffic jams at the moment, it's probably nothing like what people that live in big cities, but we have a lot of road work going on right now. We have some bridges that are closed, and it's just, traffic is a nightmare. So they were struggling to get here. Thankfully, the maintenance guy was here. It was daytime hours, and he was able to get the people that were on the elevator off of the elevator. So the fire department did not have to come. I don't know if they actually came and then went back, or what the situation with that was, but everything ended well, and here I am at 10:10 in the evening, going to sit down and do my video for tomorrow, for Friday. And I'm eating my dinner because I have not eaten yet. I was snacking on, this afternoon I had some bacon, and I had some pickles, and I had some almond milk, because I wanted to cook something, but I didn't have any electric to cook anything. And so now's the first time I sit down to eat something, like an actual bulk of something other than just snacky stuff. And it's not really that much of anything. I'm having a Coke Zero and a leftover. I made some truffles. Before the power went out, my friend Terry, who is my subscriber here on YouTube and my friend on Facebook, she showed a picture of, she made peanut butter and jelly truffle sandwich. And I had to be a copycat and copy after her, so I had a peanut butter and jelly truffle at around noon-ish, and I made an extra truffle. So this is the extra truffle, and I just put 1 slice of turkey and 1 slice of provolone, no mayo this time, and that's what I melted it in the microwave. So I'm going to be munching while I chat with you. I know some people don't like that, but I'm hungry. I'm tired. And I need to make my video. So I will be incorporating the above things, except for sleeping. So let's just get into reading the questions or the comments. This is volume 3 of You Said It, I Read It. I love doing these, and it's actually one of the ones I look forward to every week. So first of all, we got a little tea to spill on the first comments. Somebody thought it would be cute to call me out and think that they're going to catch me in a lie, and it ain't happening. It ain't happening. This comment is from Sassy Girl, GRL, 3269, and Sassy Girl says, "Oh, no you didn't," and no is spelled K-N-O-W, but it's really spelled N-O. Little typing error there. Sassy Girl says, "Oh, no you didn't. You had that big giveaway of your Ipsy bags that you never followed through with. So it's probably not a good idea to bring up that subject." Laughing face, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face. Okay, Sassy Girl. And for anybody else out there who wants to think I'm lying, I have receipts, as y'all on YouTube want to call them. that you call them. And I did respond to her in a written comment. But this is just to respond to her again and to everybody. I have the emails that I sent the winners. I have the tracking numbers that I sent for the packages. And it shows that they've been delivered. So, if anybody would like to call me on it, and if they don't believe me, if they want to see those receipts, I'd be more than happy to post them on my Instagram. Of course, I'm not going to show the tracking number itself because I don't want to give those people's addresses out. I did list the winners. Donna C was a winner. Soul Whisperer 101 was a winner, and Amanda K was a winner. So Donna C and Soul Whisperer and Amanda, if you're out there and if you're watching this, could you please confirm in the comments and let everybody know that you did receive your packages? I would appreciate it. Like I said, I would be more than happy to show the emails that I had sent on Instagram if that is what anybody would like to do, would like to see. Like I said, I know I messed up. I know I lied about gaining weight, about what I was eating. But I have not lied about anything else, like people would have you believe that I did. I challenge anyone to find anything that I am lying about. Absolutely nothing that I have lied about. I've learned my lesson, and as I've said before, that lie about the weight I gained and what I was eating was not done to try to scam people, was not done out of malice, and I'm not trying to say that it was right. It was wrong. I fully acknowledge that. But in the end, I ended up hurting myself more than I hurt anybody else. And I know I lost trust, and it makes questionable the things that I have done. But there have been quite a few people who have made, I don't know whether they're just plain lies or started rumors, whatever, that they would have, if you listen to them, they would have you believe that I lie about so many things on my channel. So like I said, if there's anybody out there who wants to say that I'm lying about stuff, please show me where I've lied. And if you have the proof that I've lied, I will freely admit it, because I have not lied. It does not exist, and it's just not the case. So, like I said, Donna C, Soul Whisperer 101, and oh, my screensaver's popped on, and Amanda K. If you guys are out there watching, please leave a comment below and let everybody know that you did receive your gifts, your packages, your prizes. I would appreciate it. The next comment comes from Jill Boxall, and Jill says, "Is it weird that I love watching you eat?" I don't think it's weird at all. I know that there are certain people that I like to watch eat because everything they eat looks so good. I don't see where anyone would like to watch me eat. So that's the part I see kind of weird, because it's me, but not in general. I don't find it weird. I know you guys are probably all familiar with David Venable on QVC. He does a lot of the food segments and the cooking segments on QVC. I absolutely adore David, and I love to watch him eat. Everything he eats looks so good. His eyes get huge, and he is just a trip. And like I said, everything he eats looks so good, and I love to watch him eat. So I get, it's not weird. I just don't get like watching me eat, because I wouldn't want to watch me eat, because it's me. But I do get it. Well, speaking of watching me eat, let me take another bite. All right, our next comment is a heartwarming comment, and such a sweet one. And it comes from Stella Hall. And Stella Hall says, "Jesus, lady, get yourself a decent bra. And your huge hanging stomach makes it look like you have giant testicles. Damn, you have done some serious damage to your body. You were always so scruffy and unkempt. Take some pride in yourself. Okay, so where do we start? Yes, you're correct. That bra is a crappy bra, and it does not have any support whatsoever to it. But it is an extremely comfortable bra, and I am all about comfort. If I go out to do something, I wear a better bra. But I'm around my apartment building, and I consider that my home. So, no, I don't usually wear a good bra when I'm around home because I want to be comfortable. And if it bothers you, then that's probably your problem and not mine. Just saying. As far as my huge hanging stomach and me doing damage to my body, yes, you're correct. It does. It is huge, although I wouldn't really say it looks like testicles. Sometimes it looks like a butt cheeks. If I wear a tight pair of pants that have a seam right down the middle, it looks like I have a pair of butt cheeks on my front instead of my back. But I don't think testicles, no. As far as being scruffy and unkempt, I don't see it. I am comfortable. I wear what I find comfortable and what I like. I think I look presentable. I don't think there's anything wrong with the way I look. So, to each his own. Sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry. If you don't think I look kept and presentable, you don't have to look at me. Fortunately, you don't live around me. And even if you did live around me, you can just turn your head the other direction and then you don't have a problem. So, that's all I have to say about that comment. All right, our next comment comes from, I'm a little afraid to read this comment because this was the comment I was getting ready to read when the power went out earlier today. So I'm going to try it again, and hopefully the power don't go out this time. This comment is from Heather Marie, and Heather Marie says, when swatching colors, swipe the color on the top of your wrist, or onto your wrist or hand instead of leaving it on your finger. It will be easier to see. Just a helpful suggestion. Thank you very much. I have seen people do that, and I never thought of it when I was swatching them, but you're right, and thank you for that reminder. If I get eyeshadow next month or the next time I do, I will definitely remember that. So thank you, Heather, for that. I appreciate it. Our next comment comes from Sittin' and Bitchin', and I love that username, first of all. And she says, I used to get Ipsy for quite a while, but I switched over to BoxyCharm and love it. I know a lot of people have been suggesting BoxyCharm to me. I haven't ever tried BoxyCharm. I had, what was that other one? Oh, Birchbox. I tried Birchbox years ago for a while. And I did like Birchbox, but I found that the items in the Birchbox were all very high-end items that even if I liked something, there's no way that I could afford to buy something from it. And at least Ipsy is semi-affordable if there's something that I like. I'll definitely check into BoxyCharm, and maybe next month or the month after I will try it for a month and see what it's like. And then let you guys know what I think about BoxyCharm compared to Ipsy. The next comment comes from Tired Mama, and Tired Mama says, good morning, dear, cute eyeshadow. Thank you very much. I actually did like that eyeshadow. That's very pretty, and I will be wearing it more in the future. I go through periods that I don't like to wear eyeshadow, and then I do, and then I don't. In the summer, I generally don't ever wear eyeshadow because if I'm out, I'm usually sweating, and it's all over my face. So I just avoid that, and in the winter, in the cooler months, that's when I tend to wear more fancier eye stuff. And as we all know, I don't wear anything on my face. I let the blotch and the red shine through. The next comment comes from Harley Dancer, and they said, you should have cut the lights and burnt some candles as you told the story. it's a good story. And that was on my Mystery Monday video from last week. So next week, next Monday, this coming Monday, when I do my next Mystery Monday, I will definitely do it at night and turn out the lights and put some candles on and set the mood to be a little eerie and spooky. So thank you for that. That is a very good idea. And I don't know why I didn't think of it. I just didn't, but it is an extremely good idea. Okay, so this is a comment that I did answer in comment in type form, but I just wanted to put it out there. And I had recorded a video, kind of a video response to this, but then I deleted it and I didn't upload it. Because when I read this comment, it kind of struck a nerve with me. And this is an example of letting negativity cloud your judgment and choosing to be negative instead of positive in life. So this person, Andrea Rogers, Andrea left a comment saying, "I'm probably going to get crap for this, but I used to enjoy your videos, but now they're kind of weird and super long." So I responded, and I didn't take offense to that whatsoever. And I responded and I said, "No crap at all. You're entitled to your opinion. Yes, they've gotten longer. Sometimes I just ramble. But weird, how so? I'm interested in your input so I can think about what may need changed." And I honestly was curious what she thought. And I am curious about what people think of my videos. I'm not saying that I will necessarily change everything that everybody says, but I will definitely give it some thought, and if it's something that I think, they're right, maybe I could do this a little bit differently, I will definitely do so. So she responded to me, and this is kind of long, but I think that you'll get the point of what this comment was about, and it wasn't just about my videos. So Andrea Rogers replied, "There's things that you could edit out, such as long yawns," and I don't remember yawning in my video. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't, but I could have, although I don't remember yawning. "And dragging on about certain subjects." And you're right, I do ramble on about usually everything I ramble about. "And I'm not being rude in any way about this, but this is just my opinion. Watching you take a bite and chew and have food on your face is a little weird to have in a video." I mean, yeah, I agree. It's kind of, eating in a video is a little awkward sometimes. Some people like it, some people don't. I've done a couple of mukbangs. I've never had a whole spread of fast food or anything like that. All of my mukbangs have been fairly healthy food. There were a couple that were on the cusp of being unhealthy, but for the most part it's been healthy, and I've never like binged in a mukbang kind of eat with me video. And I really haven't done any of those lately. Kind of trying to stay away from those for right now, and probably not in the future. I don't know what the future holds, but I don't plan on doing any of those anytime soon. So then she goes on to say, "The chewing part could be edited out." Yes, it could have been. "Why have your videos become so long? I find myself skipping ahead or just shutting it off because 30 minutes of dragged on talking is just too much. I'm a big girl myself. I'm 366 pounds. Honestly, you don't look much bigger than me. To see you using a wheelchair, having your own apartment, and buying groceries for yourself makes me really upset, actually. I'm a big girl. I work 40 hours a week. I live with chronic pain, among other things. I have a glorified basement with no kitchen, and I support my disabled husband and my 13-month-old baby. When I see people like you, it makes me honestly upset. I'm not saying you don't deserve a nice apartment, but I could really use some housing help, but I'm not qualified. I'd really love to know how you qualified. I'm just genuinely curious. I'm not bashing you. I'm having a stressful day, a week, a month, year, and I am receiving no help. So this comment started out about what this person thought about my video, and it quickly turned into me, what bothers her about me. So it's really not anything about my videos. She just has a problem with me, and it's clearly evident from this comment. So I did respond, and I responded with, it's long, so be prepared. So basically, it's not me or my videos you're frustrated with, because you quickly went from the issues with editing to issues with me personally. I'm not saying that in a mean way, but basically everything you've said is comparing your life to mine. If it wasn't necessary for me to use a wheelchair, I wouldn't be using one. I don't know anyone who wakes up in the morning and feels blessed to jump in their wheelchair and scoot around. If I could walk long distances without it, I would. I'm curious, if you don't think I should be living in an apartment, where should I live? If I shouldn't buy groceries, what should I eat? How did I qualify for an apartment? I put an application in like everybody else does. Yes, I get rent assistance, but my building is not just for disabled or low income. There are people who work full-time jobs that live here as well. As with anyone on disability, you have to be deemed disabled by a doctor, medical test, and exams. I also have chronic pain. I have neuropathy in my feet, which hurts every day, and even worse when I walk. Life is hard for everyone. Just because I can buy groceries and have an apartment doesn't mean my life is a breeze and I'm living it up. I'm saying this in the most loving way, so please do not be offended, but you should be grateful for what you have. Even though you may struggle, there are many people who would love to have that struggle just to have a roof over their head and food in their stomachs. I am very blessed to have what I have, and you're very blessed to have what you have. It's easy to judge others when you haven't walked or rolled a mile in their shoes. So that's basically my response to this person, to Andrea Rogers. It really wasn't anything about my video or my videos in general. She just has a problem with me, and it seems like she's frustrated with her life. And I'm sorry that, I don't know if she's watching this, I am sorry that she doesn't have help. I'm sorry that she's struggling. I understand struggle. Trust me, I understand struggle. I understand. My mom was a single mom for most of my life. She worked 60+ hours a week most of the time just to make ends meet to support us. And even then, we didn't have a ton of things. There were times where we had shut-off notices for our bills, our utilities. There were times where we ran short on food at the end of the month. And sometimes it was, and I understand how you can look at somebody else and you think that they have this glorified life and they have it so easy because they don't have the struggles that you have. But just because somebody else has something different than you doesn't mean their life is easy. I struggle just like everybody else does. And there are people that struggle way harder than I do. We each have our own struggles. And just because I happen to be in the position that I am doesn't make my struggle any better or any less than anybody else's. You can't compare your life to somebody else's, and if you do, it'll only make you more miserable in life. We are each on our own path, and we each have blessings and struggles that we live with daily. But taking that out on somebody else and feeling that kind of negativity towards others is not healthy for yourself. I know, because I was that person for a long time. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect now and I've seen the light and I have completely changed my life. Sure, I feel myself looking at other people and think, why can't I have what they have? This is my life. This is my journey. This is my path. But no two people's paths are the same. We each have our own, and you can't compare yourself to someone. And Andrea, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm sorry that you do not enjoy my videos. If it bothers you, and I'm not saying this to be a smart aleck or to be sarcastic or to be anything negative towards you, but if watching my videos upsets you, that's not good. And I wouldn't advise anybody to do anything that upsets them. I have stopped watching a lot of videos that upset me and I've stopped doing a lot of things that upset me because it's just not worth it. Focus on you, fix you, and you will be much happier. I promise. That's exactly what I'm doing with my life. And I am much happier not worrying about what everybody else has, how they have it, why they have it, and just focusing on me. So that's what I have to say about that comment. The next comment comes from It's Ricky's Channel, and It's Ricky's Channel says, wouldn't the stainless steel have a metallic taste to it? And they're referring to the stainless steel straws that I got, that I was sent so graciously from Maggie for my birthday. They do not have a stainless steel taste, surprisingly. I was thinking that they might as well, but they really don't. And I've noticed that when I drink something cold, it stays colder for longer because it's going through the stainless steel instead of going through the plastic. So I love the stainless steel straws. I will definitely not go back to a plastic straw ever again if I can help it. So I like them. They're wonderful. So I definitely would recommend them. All right, our last comment comes from Daniel Chapman YT, and Daniel is actually working on his YouTube channel. He's going to be doing videos soon, I hope. He's working on it. He's posted his intros and they look amazing. I cannot wait for him to post his first video. And Daniel says, what's the link to your wish list? I would like to send you a belated birthday present. Don't be ashamed of your body. You're an inspiration to a lot of people who think they can't lose weight, and make them realize that you stick to something long enough and it will pay off in the end. So thank you, Daniel. That is so sweet of you. I kind of feel bad posting my Amazon wish list because I don't want people to think that they have to send me things. I will leave a link to it in the description if you're so inclined to do so. That's fine, and I would appreciate it. That is so very thoughtful of you. And it's not belated. My birthday isn't until the 26th, so, but I am so thankful. And like I said, to anybody else, please don't think that just because my wish list is in the description, the link, that I'm asking for anything. I'm very grateful to anything anybody sends me, but I don't want anyone to go out of their way to do so if that is not something that you had an intention to do. That's not why I'm here on YouTube. But I don't want to be rude if somebody wants to send me something. I feel kind of, I don't know, I'm rambling about this because I feel weird, and I have a hard time accepting gifts, and it makes me kind of uncomfortable. But I am very grateful, and thank you, Daniel. That's so nice of you. As far as being ashamed of my body, I am quite ashamed of my body. I try not to be, but I have been horribly bad to my body. I have put my body through so much, and I just don't like how I look at all. As far as being an inspiration to people, thank you. That's why I'm here on YouTube, is I want people to see that you can mess up You can fall down, you can stay down for a long time, but it's never too late to get back up and keep trying. And no matter how many times that you fall down, you just have to keep getting back up. You make mistakes, nobody's perfect, but I think in the end, as long as you keep trying and keep putting one foot in front of the other, that's all that matters. And I know that there are people out there who struggle like I do, who don't comment, who don't make videos, who think they're alone, because I was that person at one time. Before I knew that there was a weight loss community on YouTube, before I knew that there were a weight loss community on the internet, I felt alone. I felt like I was the only one out here struggling with this obesity issue, this food addiction, and I felt all these feelings, ashamed, I don't know, all these negative things I felt about myself. But then when I realized that I wasn't so unique and there were other people struggling as well, it made me feel less alone, and it made me feel like I would be okay. And it made a big difference when I knew that. As far as sticking to something, yes, definitely if you stick to it long enough, you will see the results. I have a hard time with that, and I still do. If I don't see the results happening like that and the pounds dropping like that, I get discouraged. And I have to keep reminding myself every single day that I may not see the result today, but when I look back next week, I'll see the results. When I look back next year, I'll see huge results. So I have to keep reminding myself of that on a daily basis, sometimes multiple times a day. So there we go. That is the end of You Said It, I Read It, Part 3 for this week. And I appreciate you guys being here and watching. And I will see you tomorrow with another video. I'm going to go to bed now because today has been a very long day. So remember, be the love, be the light, and do good things. Bye, everyone.